This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. I love Squarespace because you don't have to be a website designer to make an awesome looking website. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Get started with one of our professional website templates with designs for every category and use case, then customize your look, update content, and add features to fit your unique needs. You can make any Squarespace template do what you want so your idea, brand, or business stands out online on every device. Sell your products on an online store, whether you sell physical, digital, service, or products. Squarespace has the tools you need to start selling online. Easily sell custom merch and create a passive income stream that engages your audience and scales your brand. Design your products and production, inventory, and shipping are all handled for you, saving you time and money. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to www.squarespace.com/canceled to save 10% on your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring today's episode of the Canceled Podcast. Hello, and welcome back to the Canceled Podcast. Today, we have on everybody's it girl. Wow. Everyone wants to be her. You're my whole fucking For You page.
You're everywhere.
And I've known you forever. And like, you were just, I love to see this. And I'm so happy to have you on the pod. We've been talking about it. Tara, yummy.
I'll cry right now. It girl is crazy.
You are the it girl.
I saw a TikTok that was like, you're either Alex Earl or Tara Yummy. And I'm like,
all I want to be is Tara Yummy. It's funny because I had my like, I don't want to call you emo because I don't want to misgender you.
I wouldn't say I'm emo at all, but that's okay. That's what a lot of people say. And I'm like
what's the like word for your type of style?
I don't know. I always say it's like Paris Hilton and Marilyn Manson had a baby.
Oh my God, that's the best thing I've ever heard.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what I always say.
Like Y2K.
I would say it's early 2000s, just like a little bit more alternative.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like I was trying to go through my like Sophia Richie phase and be all clean girl, and then like seeing your stuff, that's like where my heart's at. Like I'm so 2000s grunge. Like you make me want to get an eyebrow piercing, fucking everything.
And everybody's back into it. I feel like clean girl's out. Everyone says so. And
everyone says so. Brooke said no slick back bun today. Everyone says it's out, so it's out.
I just have no sense of personal, like I can't even do anything.
Me either.
else.
I see one thing. Dude, I swear to God, I hung out with you and then I spent like that night in my bathroom for like an hour, like smoking out my eye, like cross necklaces, like slutty. I was taking all these.
That's
like,
crazy.
I'm in my face.
I saw your TikTok and you were like back in my unhinged era because I want to be Tara Yummy. And I'm like, I learned it from you. So it's like, and someone commented being like, you were the OG. And I commented back, I'm like, Tana literally was the OG because like I learned all my, no offense, bad behavior.
100%. 110%. But you're so, like, it's funny because the other day when we were filming, we like took a break for a second and you were telling me a story about like some actual awful, crazy, like real Tana coded shit you did. Like, but you like,
I just don't post about it like you do, but people know.
Yeah, for sure. You were telling me like you were like, I did some Tana ass shit. And I was like, no, you didn't. And then you told me and I was like, God damn.
You were like, that's really bad. Don't actually do that. And I saw a comment that was like, if Tana says it's bad, it's bad.
It was definitely up there. It reminded me of a crazy era. Sugar. Really, what do we do?
Calm down.
We might need to get Sugar on the mic.
You're embarrassing me. I like told you guys he's so good. And now he's just embarrassing.
He's perfect. Honestly, it cannot beat the dog that straight up scammed me the other day. I was so
Scammed
excited.
you?
I'm not kidding. I'm standing. She's like, don't pet the dog. The dog bites. And the dog chose me. Okay. Came right up to me, got in my lap, licking me. She's like, oh my God, like he loves you. Like you're good to go. Immediately the second I tried to pet him, he bit me. I was like,
well, the thing is this dog that bit her, the owner of the dog is a billionaire. And I was like, Brooke, why that's like the first code. Like when you get in a fucking car accident, like if they're rich, your neck hurts. Like
yeah,
if that dog bit me, I would have been on the floor seizing like I had fucking rabies.
And you didn't? You were like,
no,
it's okay.
I'm playing the long game.
You're too nice, I feel like.
No.
Really?
And that's like what we were just saying where it's like people just don't know. Thank you.
Okay.
She would tell you if Tana says it's bad, it's bad.
Well, it is funny because everyone's like, Brooke's so sweet. And she's the sweetest human, like morally, you know what I mean? But like we get along so well because we're our crazy antics.
Right. I'll do some Tana shit on the side too. I'm just a little less public about it.
And I think that's
really
better
good
about
it though. Now I feel like I want to air everything out.
I am having like such a digital footprint crisis lately.
Why? What happened? Did something come up?
No, nothing came up, honestly.
Wow, that's good.
It's just right for once. But like, I don't know. Just we talked about this with Trevor Wallace, but just like some of my sex stories, like the shit I've told on the internet, I'm like, and just since I was so young.
You can't take that back.
You really can't.
The toothbrush. I can't look at a toothbrush ever again. Every morning and every night when I wake up and go to sleep, I think of you.
That's honestly beautiful.
That was romantic, but it wasn't meant to
kinda
be.
romantic. But I tweeted the other day asking if anyone's ever masturbated with a floss pick. Like like the water ones, you know?
Okay.
Because
I thought she meant like
I thought she meant like one of those little
me
like
too, and I was like,
oh no. That'd be crazy. Like stabbing your clit. Sorry. But like, the
Speaking
water
of digital footprint.
someone clip that.
But like the floss pick, and then everyone was tweeting me back like, what's with you and like dental items? And I was like, yo.
I know you have a kink. That's kind
I
of weird.
really-
You should fuck a dentist. Well, I love your boyfriend.
Do you know that I like have a big fear of getting my wisdom teeth out because I think that when I come out off the drugs and my dentist is there, I'm gonna be like, I've always loved you, and like try to fuck
He's
him.
honestly kind of hot. We have the same dentist. I think we should get him out together and make a whole thing.
Do you
of
go
it.
to Dr.
I don't, but he's like a celebrity dentist, right?
Yeah.
My uncle's my dentist in Maryland, so
Wait, that's cute. That's probably better.
yeah.
Not exchanging.
I'm scared of the dentist, so
I'm so scared of the fucking
dentist.
dentist.
I'm so scared of the dentist. I literally have a video on my
Yeah.
channel called like Facing My Biggest Fear, and it's me going to the dentist.
I have a video literally with the same title, and it's me going to the dentist.
Wow.
Wait, I love that for us.
You guys
That
are the
makes
OG
sense.
YouTubers.
So
Don't reel me into that because I'm not. But
No,
thank
you
you so
are.
much.
She was telling me before you got here that you.
I was saying to Brooke today that like I think it's a really special feeling when I know someone and I feel like you just have always really fucking put in work on your shit. And I think there's
Thank
two
you.
different types of blowing up. Like someone who blows up by accident, and that's awesome
It's
too. and they-
viral, right?
yeah, and whatever. But it's such a good feeling when like I see you right now getting all the recognition in the world, and it's like you've put in so much time to your craft, and you're good as fuck at this shit.
Thank
and like
you.
it's
I'm gonna
just
start crying.
it's awesome to see, and it's
Thank
crazy.
you. I was
and-
telling you I like don't miss Mondays. Like
Yeah,
I post every
ever.
Monday. I
Do you
posted every
really?
Monday on YouTube for like 4 years.
Like,
Almost
that's
5.
I
crazy.
never committed to anything for 4 years.
at all. And like the
Yeah.
editing, and like I always feel like especially like even how I've always filmed YouTube videos when I did, it's like my iPhone propped against a water bottle and like whatever. Like when I film with you, like people who really take it seriously, like the lighting and the sound and
Yeah.
the thumbnail and the whatever, like there's so much to learn from someone like that. And it's just you slay. You've always taught me shit.
Thanks. Well, the only
And-
reason I'm like that is because of my ex-boyfriend. He's like super anal about like
I'm so happy you said it
everything.
because I have so many questions.
I know. I was trying to do a good segue. See,
Yeah, you kind of
See, I have a podcast
You're
too.
you're a podcaster, natural.
He taught me everything I know, and I've talked about this before. Where he has been my mentor in this for like years, and like I would never be even an inch close to where I am now if it wasn't for him.
Do you really think so?
I know so.
I think
He's taught me everything I know.
give yourself some credit.
No,
though.
I do, but truly, like I'm so stubborn. I don't change. I don't evolve, and I wouldn't evolve if it wasn't for him.
That's actually really beautiful. It's like we were just talking about like how good of terms you and Jake, your ex, are on
Mhm.
is so admirable and
Thank you.
insane. Like, so, and you guys run a very public relationship for a long time. And
Yeah.
like, I mean, I'm sure you can attest to this, just what that does to your psyche.
Oh, it fucks you.
Yeah.
It fucks you up so badly. People don't think about that.
At
When I
all.
would watch YouTubers, I'd be like, oh, public breakup, boo hoo. And now I'm on the other side of it. And I'm like, how did people do this?
No, it's a,
I can't even scroll my For You page without seeing like a video of us from when we were 18 years old, like hugging and kissing.
Slow mo.
And,
Yeah,
like, the
like
edit.
slow-mo.
over it.
When we broke up, I was like, please no one make sad edits. And now everyone's making sad edits. And I'm like, nothing sad.
And then it's like the sad edits have you thinking to yourself, like the edits. I don't know if this is just me. I talk about
Oh,
this
yeah.
all the time, where the edits like make you live that alternate reality for a
sure.
second, and you're
because
like,
to them it's like a video. To you, it's like your reality.
yeah, and you're like, wait, am I sad?
Right.
And it's like,
I like won't be sad one night and I'll see like a video. I'll like send it to Jake. I'll be like, this one had a kick to it. Like we send them to each other sometimes. We're like, this one kind of had a
but
kick.
to be on that good of terms with an ex is like so admirable because I'm not kidding. I
Oh,
don't think I have one ex that would be in the same room as me.
so are you guys
Not one.
under like all of it? I think
Yeah.
both. Like I get both ways, but a relationship like that, like a long ass one,
Yeah, almost
where,
5
like,
years.
I really love someone. Like it's so like. If he hooked up with someone else, like, could you guys still get along? Are you seeing
would
other
you say
people?
that?
Well, yeah. I mean, we're single, so I know. Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, you're so powerful. Are you? Never mind.
Am I okay?
No, no, I'm never mind. How?
More.
I don't know if I can say more. It's not my business.
Oh my God, I just can't even imagine being that mentally healthy.
I'm not.
Oh.
It almost
It's
makes
not-
me feel better to
It's
hear
not.
you say
It's
I'm
not
not.
normal to, be so close with your ex and like watch them be single. I mean, I'm sure he could say the same about me. But you live every day, and every day is a new day. And like, because we're so adamant about being on good terms and being such good friends, that every day you learn something new, and you're like, okay, well, I'm a lot stronger than I thought I was.
Will you ever get back together?
I don't know. I don't think I know if I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning.
Girl.
No, I mean, like,
Me.
no, like you don't know the future. I don't know.
That's fair.
Maybe, maybe not. Like, it's just the way life goes.
That is
Lil
true.
Uzi.
That's
I love that song. That's true.
I get where you're coming from. It's just, oh my God, it is just like a wild, like anomaly situation. I've never seen anything like
I know.
you guys.
That's what everyone's saying. And I'm like, wow, I haven't seen anything like it either. And I'm like, wait, that's me.
It is, but it gives me hope, honest to God, because I'm like,
It does.
not that I don't think I could ever be on good terms, but I just am so emotional that I can't.
I'm
can't
so
watch.
emotional.
Really? So,
Oh
but
my
I'm
God,
like,
I cry every second of the day.
Oh, okay.
Not because of
Yeah,
that.
I'm like, that makes me feel better. It does make me feel better.
Yeah,
but
no,
it's
I'm
like,
normal. Like,
I
I'm not
can't.
fucking crazy. Like, I
But
am
I get
crazy.
what you're saying.
but-
You're not like a sociopath. Like
no,
you
I'm
feel
not a
towards
sociopath.
it.
Like I feel things.
Yeah.
But we care about each other so much on such a deeper level than just our relationship breaking up that every day we try to be friends. It's not like this is easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy. That's fucking stupid to say.
Have you enjoyed being single? Like what?
Yeah, I
'cause
think so.
I think the single life after like years of being with someone it feels so foreign at first, and it's
It
like
was
so scary.
weird.
How
Yeah.
old are you?
I'm 23.
And
Why
how-
did I think about that?
I do
Me.
the same thing. And how long were you guys together?
Since I was 18.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. So
So I was never like a single adult. Really.
yeah. So that's like a
Yeah.
whole transformation or transition.
What
Yeah.
type? What type of guys are you like noticing that you're gravitating towards?
I think, it's funny. It's like I like to think I have a type where it's like people that look like my ex-boyfriend, just like more like, bad boy vibes.
Yeah.
But listen, I'll take what I can get. Like if I think
Real.
you're hot, I think you're hot.
I'm the same way.
same way. You literally can like look at all my guys and it's like the
Yeah,
DMT.
it's like a random toss. Like it's
Yeah.
like someone put like a simulator thing and you went and it was like
Yeah.
like it just depends.
Exactly.
Whatever anyone who thinks I'm funny.
I was just talking about in Vegas how I would totally, if I was single, fuck Drewski. And I had the biggest crush
Who's
on him.
that?
I don't think I know who Drewski is.
Like Jack Harlow and Drewski.
I don't know who that is.
Hold on.
lost on me.
Everyone was like,
Sounds
wow,
hot.
you should fuck Drewski.
Okay.
Wait, I thought you wanted to fuck Drewski.
Well, I'm taken,
Yeah,
and
see,
this
is
was
where
like
we
a
get into
past
trouble,
life.
and then people think
Oh.
we compete over God. It's a whole thing.
He looks like
55.
this.
Oh, I know who he
Who?
is. Wait, what have I seen him from?
He looks like this. He just does funny stuff with Jack Harlow, and everyone was
fine.
like, "You really don't have a type."
Oh,
'cause
he's
it's
like I saw him on Theo Vaughn's podcast.
yeah, he's a comedian.
Duh.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you
Love
should
a
have led with
comedian.
that.
Yeah.
I won't go for any comedian.
Yeah, love a comedian.
Although
Seriously.
I'm trying to get out of the phase,
Yeah,
except for the new one.
There's a new one?
No,
Comedian?
well,
Sorry.
yeah, I
you
tried
do
for
have a
one.
new crush on a new comedian.
I know, and I have
Wow.
to stop. It's
It's
like
always
so,
the funny guys. And you know what? They have audacity. Let me tell you.
So much.
Comedian guys have so much fucking audacity because they think they rule the world. And
I
they
think
do not.
that's what it is. It's like the blind confidence. I'm like,
I don't like it.
The
I don't fuck with
blatant
it.
narcissism.
it's arrogant.
I'm
It's
like, you're so
arrogance,
ugly.
and I wish I were unattracted to it, but unfortunately, I'm not. I'm literally like, I believe you and I love you,
I feel that right
and
now.
I'm wrong every time. I have a 0% success rate so far, and I'm just trying to break it.
But at the end of the day, I think when anyone makes you like laugh, it's just like it's up and it's stuck. Everyone's like questioning Selena Gomez being with Benny Blanco. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? He's the funniest person
She seems
alive.
so happy.
No.
Whatever makes her happy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
funny. And also, I literally do not think he's ugly. Like all the comments
Yeah.
are about him being ugly. I saw him in person, and I
saw him in person too, and he's cute. I
He's
think he
very-
photographs bad, maybe.
Yeah,
Because in
and
video
he
he's
doesn't-
cute.
He like
Yeah.
intentionally kind of doesn't try. I think that's like kind of his whole thing. But he has like like the lightest eyes. He's like a pretty guy.
His leg is so funny. Like, Brooke, that's so you coded.
Being three-legged?
No.
No offense.
Brooke has two. No,
No, like how his leg works, but he just holds it up because he like wants people to think he's
Oh,
three-legged.
yeah, because I used to like fake injuries when I was a kid.
Oh, no,
But
his
I think
injury's
it's
real.
Yeah.
he has patella
Oh.
luxation, so he can't straighten it all the way, but it works. So it's like people are like, I put him either in a stroller or I walk him, right? If he's in a stroller, people are like, oh, he's so fat. Why don't you walk the dog? But then when I walk him, they're like, oh, his leg is hurt. You're a bad dog mom. I'm like, his leg's not hurt. It's a whole thing.
That really is honestly a whole thing. And he's just scooting around.
He's
just
fine.
tripoding around.
He's fine. I've taken him to many doctors. They say don't do anything. It's a whole thing. And
It's like, I love when dogs have little
quirks.
That was, oh my God, I was going to say 8 awful words and like, I almost said like disability.
Don't
Oh,
say
wow.
disabilities.
like quirks 8.
We're media trained.
Exactly
Quirks.
right. I'm like,
That.
I like her. I like when babies wear helmets.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I've got nothing to say about that.
Welcome to the Canceled Podcast.
This is so fun.
Do you know what kind of like the TikTok, like now every
Bro,
TikTok you
I have
posted,
no idea what happened.
Have you always been posting content like this and people just kind of like
Yeah.
caught on?
People are taking clips from like me and Jake's videos and like one-liners I say, they love them. I'm like, that's just who I am. It's just what I'm saying. I don't like try and make audios.
But I swear to God, you could blow a damn kiss to the camera and it's getting 10 million views right
I
now.
don't know,
It's-
which I don't get it because like why
look
wasn't it
amazing.
getting
Like,
thank you,
I
but, like
watched
why
them
wasn't
all.
it getting 10 million views 4 years ago.
Has anything
Slow burn,
changed?
sister.
Have you noticed?
So
like,
nothing's changed. So this is something I'm going to, again, say exactly what Jake said, my ex-boyfriend. He said, he's like, this is so sweet. He's like, you've always been a star, but like not enough people saw it.
Aw.
So sweet. So
Ew.
kind. I know.
Now why do men have to say
So
shit? As my ex, don't say nice shit.
Well, he's always said that.
Yeah, okay, you
But-
guys have a really different dynamic to where
he's
like
always
I
said
just
that.
go to be
when
a
it comes
client.
to work, he's very,
Yeah.
honest and kind. But I get it because it's like I haven't done anything different. So I think just more eyes are on me now.
I guess I mean like has anything changed in like people the way people have treated you or
yes.
like people
Yes.
reaching out like your
Yes.
DMs?
Yeah.
Tell me things.
The amount of verified checks in my DMs now, and I'm like, I'm not even verified on anything.
Are you getting like hot guys?
No.
I need to know everything.
Just girls.
I feel like it's probably more fun though because like when like someone like Alex Earl blows up, it's so new that there's not a lot of content and you have like so much to look at.
That's what everyone's saying. They're like, the good thing is you've had 4 years of content that people could look back on.
And people can catch up and then they're
Yeah.
like so in love
So
with you
much
because they're
lore.
so committed.
So
Yeah.
It's
much
all
lore.
good, non-embarrassing content too.
Mm-mm. Okay, so recently I know. So speaking of being single, recently I noticed and I realized out of a relationship, all my content is public, and by that I mean my crush could go and look at the most embarrassing video of me on the internet. Recently, I
Fair.
had a crush on this guy, and he FaceTimed me and pointed at me and laughed while watching my joke song. I made this joke song when I was 18 called Curfew about how like my mom still gave me a curfew at 18 years old, and he like played it on
we all did it.
Right. Played it on blast, pointed at me and laughed as
Oh
a
my
joke.
God.
And I'm like, oh my God, everyone sees my stuff. It's not just girlies. Like it's guys I have crushes on.
Yeah, that's the thing is it's when you get that wrong audience.
That's what
Oh.
scares me about TikTok because like you can post for your own audience and it's one thing, but TikTok it just goes.
It
to
just goes
everyone.
viral. Yeah. And then people have
And
all
then-
these opinions.
Yeah, and then you get like
It's
the
so
men in the
scary.
comments, and you're like, I have to die.
Yeah, I posted a
Recently,
video
man,
taking
yeah.
a plan B for like the girlies.
I saw that.
And it somehow got to like
The wrong.
super Republican TikTok, and I was just getting death
Oh,
threats. But I
no.
also got
I'm
a brand
sorry.
deal from it
Oh,
for one of
okay.
those pills.
I also did a plain B brand deal.
There's,
And see, all
there's
my
such thing
crushes
as
can
that?
look into that.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
so
Well,
crazy.
it's like, there's like a website that you can like order it from.
That's good.
No free plugs though, seriously.
I really don't want to take any plan B this year though. That is,
Is
like
that
a
your
big
goal?
It's a
But
big
you have a
resolution.
boyfriend,
of
so that's
mine.
going to be hard.
I know I took one like
Oh, okay.
January
Like I
1st.
took one this morning.
Like literally.
Actually, I take
but
it as my multivitamin every morning.
She
I'm not
does.
gonna lie, but I'm trying to. I've only taken one this year, and I want to end the year saying that.
I'm not a scientist. Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it true if you take enough, they stop working?
Like I've only taken like probably 2 in my life, and it ruins my body literally for the next 5 months after that.
Yeah.
Like my periods will be so horrible and stuff that I'm like, this is not worth it. I think I'd rather just have a whole kid and raise him to 18.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
wow.
We have a friend who like she takes Plan B, and it makes her go into like psychosis.
Who?
What?
She takes it, and it like really mentally affects her. And I didn't even know that
Well,
was a
yeah,
thing.
because it's like taking it's equivalent to taking like 5 or 6 birth control pills at once, and it's hormones. So it's like pumping your body full of hormones.
I was about to dead ass look at you and be like, "There's got to be an easier way," and then I remembered condoms.
For sure. There's a lot of birth control, like in general, is just easier than taking a
Abstinence,
Plan B.
maybe?
Yeah,
that's
well,
just
that's
not an
not an
option.
option.
Okay. Thought I'd throw it out there.
But I used to do that in college all the time. If I couldn't, like, I literally didn't have $50 to buy Plan B, so I would take 5 birth controls at once. And it is not recommended, but it does the job.
Wow.
I
Don't
didn't
do
know
that. Do not ever take medical advice from the canceled podcast.
You know, one time Brooke on this podcast said that she uses
A magic eraser to get self tanner off, and I gave Lauren Gray chemical burns on her neck.
like she was
had
like,
to-
I use a magic
Lauren
eraser to
Gray?
take my self tan
yeah,
off.
of all people to do it. I'm
and
like,
then Lauren Gray did it, and then she got chemical burns.
And see, that's what I'm scared of is like all these eyes on me. I'm like, I'm not a perfect person at all.
it is so scary.
read the fine print.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like I always try to say, just do as I say, not as I do. Like I'm just actively living my mistakes. Like, and it is scary for sure. So but I think you've got this down pat. You're gonna slay. You
Oh
are
my
slaying.
God, to be single for the first time would be like so fun.
To be single, wow. I mean, again,
and
her,
be so lit, honestly.
her situation
You
is.
think that, but like again, it's all girls. It's
So
like
far, you're not too far into
but
it.
still, like I'm saying, let's say in a different world, you and Jake, it was a revenge type of breakup. That would be so. You know what I mean? If he was a bad guy, like let's say he did something bad to you and you guys broke
It
up,
would-
like
you're-
right
yeah.
now, I would be like, fuck.
oh yeah, like
yeah.
oh I'm blowing up. But so is he. He's doing so good.
Yeah, you guys all like it. I love it. I see everything everywhere, and it is like fucking amazing.
God, that's so
And
healthy.
I love that.
Every
Eye
day,
starts
every day
twitching.
is a battle.
Okay, that helps.
Honestly,
No, I don't want you to
love it.
suffer, by the way.
No, and I'm not
just like,
suffering.
why do we
I just
have
got back from his house, and his parents are in town from Kansas, so I got to see them.
What do they have to say
Nothing
about you guys being broken up?
I
Come
don't
on.
know. Nothing. They're just the sweetest people in the world.
God,
And
to
I
have
still talk
parents
to his
like
mom
that.
all the time. Same.
Yeah.
I get it.
This just in, body odor is officially canceled for good this time. Unlike certain other deodorants, Lume body deodorant is powered by mandelic acid to deliver outrageous 72-hour odor control everywhere from your pits to your feet and yes, even your privates. In fact, it was patients' concerns about private part odor that originally inspired the OBGYN who invented Lume. Fast forward 6 years, her game-changing whole body deodorant has now earned over 300,000 5-star reviews from people like me who love smelling great and feeling confident from head to toe. Special offer. New customers get $5 off Lume starter pack with code canceled at lumedeodorant.com. I love Lume because it keeps me smelling fresh and confident all day long. Whole body deodorant. Lume is seriously safe to use anywhere on your body. Pits, underboobs, thigh folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, vulvas, and feet. Created by an OBGYN who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. Clinically proven to block odor all day long and control odor for up to 72 hours. How? Unlike certain deodorants that try to mask odor with a fragrance, Lume is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. More like a pre-odorant, baking soda free and paraben free, pH balanced for safe use below the belt. Choose from a variety of fresh, bright scents like clean tangerine, lavender sage, or toasted coconut. Lume starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for listeners, new customers get $5 off a Lume starter pack with code canceled at lumedeodorant.com. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack when you visit lumedeodorant.com and use code canceled. Thank you, Lume, for sponsoring today's episode of the Canceled Podcast.
We've never done an advice segment before, but we've always talked about it.
It's so funny.
Are we
And
equipped to give
honestly-
advice?
Yes,
No.
based on what I've heard so far, I think that you're the only one here qualified to give advice.
I don't know if I am. I'm
I
friends with
thought-
do you know how people think I'm a red fucking flag? Because also in my relationship, I was like the least jealous person.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like the biggest flirt. I'm like the least equipped person to say any of this.
But all
Well,
of this
perfect
kind
contrast.
of all of this circles to like security though. Like all of those, like you're just secure. You were secure. You were with someone who was secure.
I'm gonna get so much hate.
No,
ready.
you're not. No, you're not.
No, you
I'm
won't.
ready for the hate.
You're not gonna get hate.
Whatever you
honestly,
say, we'll say
cancel this
something
for the
worse.
girlies just like us for real. But it's so
Good.
funny how you phrased it. You were like, we've never done an advice segment. I'm like, we're running out of topics. We're like trying to stack
No, but
episodes
people
before
have
we.
always asked us to do it, and we just haven't. But like, my problem is like I'm just again the magic eraser. We are not equipped to give. Good
I
advice.
almost think it's
Should we
camp
make a
though
disclaimer?
to give like
like this
at
is what
this-
we would do.
yeah. At this
Right.
point, if you know me and you think that my advice is gonna be Tana coded, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
someone fucked her with a
And-
toothbrush.
Whoa.
But like they didn't.
Allegedly.
No one fucked me with a toothbrush, and you
I've
know
never
how
seen
much
the video.
that hurts me.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
I had a whole Spotify show called Tana's Toxic Tips, and people would call in, and I would give them my toxic advice. You know, so I think
So
that.
take this with a grain of salt.
Yeah, this is canceled advice. And we just started an email called thecanceledhotline@gmail.com. If you guys want to reach out and ask for any advice, we would love it. Please don't reach out and tell me that you need me to Venmo you or anything like that.
Is that happening? It's
happening to me too.
I don't know when it started, but all of a sudden I'm getting 50,000 Venmo requests a
Me
day.
too.
I get a million.
Is it
I
like
really
a
do.
trend?
I don't know. I got
Do
banned
people
from
think I'm
Venmo.
rich? Because I'm not.
Same. And I'm like, I feel bad because it'll be like something so horrible. It'll be like need groceries and stuff. And it's like, I don't want them to get a notification that's like Brooke declined.
Yeah.
So I'm like, God, I just have to.
Yeah, I'll cash out people now and again when the notification shows
Sometimes
up on
I
my
do if I
phone.
need a good boost of karma, but I don't have that
Oh.
much money.
That's really fair. Someone reached out to me on Venmo for like an entire year asking for money, and I never gave them money. So they went in and like hacker like mode, made like embezzled money from someone on Venmo as me, and now I'm banned from Venmo. So I guess I should have just sent them the fucking money.
That is crazy.
See,
One time I
that scares me.
blocked my ex, and the only thing I didn't block him on was Venmo, and he Venmo requested.
If
me
you
to say
have
something.
never
What?
talked to a man on a payment service, you don't know what trenches are like. You definitely haven't.
Nope.
Never.
I'm friends with all my exes.
Fuck.
I don't burn any bridges. I'm friends with people I've been friends with since kindergarten.
I love that. I just sometimes the bridge just burns its damn self in my life. Like the gasoline's there.
There's a
The
couple.
flame.
There's very few people in my life that I've stopped talking to.
That's
very
what I
few.
do.
Honest to God, that's I guess true for me too. I guess I just think about like my major relationship being just bad, and that's
Yeah.
really it.
That's normal.
Yeah.
I'm not normal, and I've come to terms with it.
I've had my toxic eras. I have a lot of people who don't want to talk to me. And to be honest with you, like I understand why.
Mm.
I would still want to talk to you.
That was
That was really kind.
I just want to say last night I was in bed and I was reading these and like, how do I say this without sounding like a fucking people got some shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Like some people are going through some shit out there.
That makes me so sad.
I don't.
Sometimes it's their fault. You'll see.
Okay.
I want to start with the craziest one.
Should we start? Okay.
There might be some crazier ones, but I read this last night. I had to reread it 2 times. I read it to Makoa. I can't stop. I could recite it completely, but I'm just going to read this to you, okay?
Okay.
I would love to get some advice for one of my good friends, Rachel. She grew up in a chaotic household. Her mom does hard drugs. Okay, she didn't need to include all of this, by the way. She read her friend to Phil Floki.
That's lore, if you will.
So she ends up moving states at 17 to be with a guy named Greg, who was 18 that she met online. They fought, he cheated, but it was her only person. They were together for 4 years, and once she turned 20 years old, he got violent and she kicked him out and she began online dating again. So far, Rachel's kind of, she's winning. She kicked him out. She's slaying whatever.
Good girl.
Rachel met a new guy, Cam, and they instantly hit it off within a short time. They were mixing friend groups and hanging out. Within 3 weeks, they were dating. Not even 2 months later, Cam was moved in with her. That's some real ass shit right there.
Sounds like a red flag.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the thing.
Okay.
They were really good, but her ex, Greg, kept hitting her up. After a few months, she caved and met up with Greg.
Damn.
That's where she went wrong, for sure. Eventually, their car hangouts turned into car fucks, and she would pick up Greg regularly during her shifts while going home to Cam every night. She managed to keep this up without them ever finding out about each other.
Damn.
She called me 6 months later telling me she was pregnant. Cam is black and Greg is not. She told me she's super white. I don't really know what that has to do with anything. I asked what she was going to do, and she said she would break the news eventually. This is some old me ass shit. Slowly, this lie snowballed, and Rachel ended up telling both guys that the baby is theirs. I knew a girl who did this growing up. Her name was and then one of the guys died. That's horrible. Both families think that the baby is theirs. Cam and Greg's mothers are both buying baby gifts, not knowing that Rachel has no idea who the father is. I keep telling her she's going to give birth, and both sides of the family are going to want to come, and she doesn't acknowledge it. She relies on Cam for rent. Greg's super crazy. She's my girl regardless of her position, and I'll always be on her side and in her corner. She asked me for advice, and I don't know what to tell her.
Oh,
Holy
wow.
fuck.
A lot to unpack. That's like an episode of Maury.
That's
I
exactly.
was just about to say that.
Like,
They should
Who's the
just go-
father?
They should just go on Maury.
Yeah.
well, they're going to know who the father is.
Right.
almost
That's what I was going to
immediately.
say is I think her including their races really is going to be.
If she had 2 guys that looked alike,
Right.
we wouldn't even have to cross this bridge.
Yeah, but that gets a lot of people in trouble too. Here's my thing. You, I think, can do a DNA test now in utero. So that's too late to give her that kind of advice.
Wait, pause. I always thought in utero was when people say in retrograde.
I'm not kidding. I was
much.
just going to say that sounds like a weird 9th planet.
I also
know,
don't
I
even know if I
understand.
used that properly, but
No, I think you did. And I
but-
think I'm wrong.
while you're pregnant, I think you have to be certain ways along.
No way.
But I believe, but
paternal
the
test?
person usually I think has to be aware of it. You can't just it's not a lock of hair. It's a swab and a serious situation.
dude,
I also I don't know.
have you ever been with a guy and he was going to leave you and it was toxic and you told him you were pregnant or no? Just me?
No.
I've done that a few times, obviously. And I remember back in the day, guys being
What?
I want a DNA test then. And me being well, you're going to have to wait 9 months.
Wait, what did you say when you didn't have a kid? Right.
I would just egg it on.
This happened to my mom. My mom, one of my sisters, the dad did not, or her dad didn't believe my sister was his. So he just was handle it yourself. And then my mom got in a car accident when my sister was a baby, and he was the fire chief. So his unit went to the scene of the accident, and they were that is your baby. And he was okay, fine. And then he took her.
What? You just
Yeah.
dropped crazy lore.
Yeah, that's the proper use of lore.
Fuck.
I do not. I'm gonna have to ask my mom if she wants me to tell that
overusing
story.
more. Funny thing, by the way, about canceled podcast listeners is, do you want to know what the subject line of this email was?
What?
Double daddy lore.
That's hilarious.
Hilarious.
Dumbing, brain rotting all of that down to just double daddy lore.
So
if I did have to write one of our listeners, it would so be this, by the way, this coded. I don't know.
praying-
What's real advice?
Well, we're praying that it's cams,
Yeah.
Right.
obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you
But-
say that they want to remain anonymous, yet we used names?
I'm assuming they're not real names because
Okay, okay.
she said I want to remain anonymous from her.
okay.
I don't know. Yeah, please keep my name anonymous.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
assuming
okay.
she used fake names.
But then Greg's crazy. So if it is cams, then
Oh, that's just so scary. And it's like, she obviously has to handle the situation before she gives birth. Because what's she going to do? Have 2 families there?
I mean,
That's some shit I would do. Just wait, just leave it up to.
But like you're giving birth, that's already such a stressful situation.
Families like cover stuff like this up all the time. They'll have to say like they adopted a kid or something.
I am so excited to see the Canceled podcast live in person. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek. With over 28 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app. There are more than 70,000 events on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. I just attended the Canceled podcast live, and it was amazing. Artists like Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Noah Kahan are going on tour. You don't want to miss out. SeatGeek puts all the tickets across the web in one place to make sure you are getting a good deal. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so look for the green dots. Green means good, red means bad. Every ticket is backed by SeatGeek's buyer guarantee, and SeatGeek is the only website that lets you return your tickets ahead of the event with swaps. And you know I came through for you guys. Use my code TANA for $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code TANA. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app. Thank you, SeatGeek, for sponsoring today's episode of the Canceled podcast.
I had this friend in high school. It was a bad time for me. It was like my Molly era, and all my friends were like little cracky.
My Molly era is crazy.
My brain
to
looks
say.
like Swiss cheese. And it was like all my friends were little like Molly crackies, and we all had glitter on our faces and fucking played with little rave gloves and like whatever. And then I had this friend, we can call her like Stacy. Stacy gets pregnant. She's hooking up with 2 guys. One's her ex, one's not. She's hooking up with them. She tells both families that the baby's theirs. And then she had a baby shower. And imagine me
This
in
is
that.
the exact story we just heard, right?
I know. I didn't even like think about it until right now. I got her a baby shower gift. I did not need to be at anyone's baby shower at the
Was
time.
it Molly?
And she, yeah. It was. And both families showed up. And then one guy died.
What?
And it ended up being his baby, but then the other guy just stepped in and raised it because
Did he die
what
before
really
the birth?
matters is the dad
Yeah.
who steps up.
right.
And it's not going to be which one's not
Yeah.
Cam?
Greg.
It's not going to be Greg.
So wait, what is she gonna do? We haven't given advice. We've
I don't
just
think I
been
have.
in awe.
I know. I feel bad. I'm like, yeah, it sucks. Honestly,
I think she's fucked. I
Yeah.
think you gotta tell him. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Right? Like tell. Maybe.
But also, it's not that easy because Greg is dangerous.
I would say tell Cam, get a test. If it's Cam's, run from Greg.
You don't want to tell both of them. I feel like you only want to tell the
Tell
one
one of
who
them.
it isn't.
Yeah. Oh, that's the advice. Try to get the DNA test. Honestly, girl, if you got to take a lock of hair in your sleep, like do what you got to do. Get the
Witness
DNA
protection
test.
program. Get out of there.
Get the DNA test. Tell the one it isn't, and keep it pushing. And we hope for your sake it's Cam.
Yeah, that's
Holy
not good advice,
crap.
but that's the best I got.
I cannot imagine being in that position at all.
Because what
At all.
if what if you told the one whose kid it is, and then you just like you didn't even have to tell him? Well, you do have to tell him. Honestly, he's the father of your kid. You tell them both.
Yeah, you could just run away and start over and like find a guy who wants like a barefoot pregnant damsel in distress too.
You think there's people like that?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like men who just want babies?
Yeah, and like a
Really?
a woman to save. I don't know. I feel like
Oh
there's
my
some
God.
freaks out there on like Bumble. This one is from Charlotte. Hi, babes. I'm in a relationship right now, and I feel like he's probably going to be my end game. The only thing is, my biggest goal in life is to try literally everything sexual at least once. I'm talking Tana-esque bucket list.
Wow.
I don't want to break up with him just to do this stuff, but I don't want to get married before I get to experience an orgy or a sex party of it all. What do I do? Love you guys so much.
That's like, I get that.
I do get that.
I get that. Because like, I was in a long-term relationship from when I was
Yeah.
a kid, basically,
Yeah.
into adulthood. And you want to try things. You want to be single. I say maybe like talk to the guy. Be like,
Yeah,
are you,
you
down
can wear
to
him down, girl.
Yeah. Be like, are you down to do this?
And even if he says no, you could wear him down. That's so fucked up.
We're not supposed to pressure anyone into anything.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, but like I guess can you separate for a second? Don't people do that?
I
They'll
would say
like,
just
I
talk
just
to
want
him first
explore
and see if he's down to do that.
Yeah.
If he loves you, maybe he'll try it.
He probably wants to try some shit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
What
guy
kind of guy
wanna-
doesn't want to have an orgy?
lot.
Were we both gonna say that?
That is true. There is
A lot of
guys.
guys. A lot
who
of guys
don't.
just they're like,
I've never
you're
met
the,
one.
Aaron
you're
doesn't
the
wanna
one
have
for
an
me.
I don't particularly want to have an orgy, but I do. I would think I would be afraid had I not tried more things. Like,
Yeah.
I've done enough at this point that if I were to be with somebody forever, I'd be like, okay, yeah, maybe there's a compromise. Maybe it's not an orgy. Maybe it's a threesome where you both choose the person or something. Like,
Yeah. Maybe you
little
could tell
more
him like his
mild.
favorite snacks will be there. Like try to get him in other ways, you know?
Oh my God.
Like we have,
bribe him?
there's a charcuterie board. board.
You got me with the charcuterie board.
I would do
Buldak ramen, and I will literally have as many orgies as you need.
Not kidding. Okay, this one, when I say we've all been there, by the way, for the next 80 things, I mean we've been there, and
Okay.
just do your best to kind of get there, okay?
Got it. You know, I'm very private about my love life, actually.
That's true. That's true.
So it's like, you don't know.
That's true.
I wish I could go back in time
To what?
You know.
to do that.
Well, I try to be private about my love life, and then my co-host Zach and Jared, mostly Zach, all they do on the podcast is air out my business. And Zach's favorite thing to do is, where was Tara last night?
Oh, that's
and I'm
so
like
real.
yawning, drinking.
He's in love with you, though.
No, he's not.
Yes,
and
he is.
actually, he irked me to tell you that he wants you on the podcast because he worked TanaCon.
I do know this, actually.
And he
to
did
be
not get
honest.
paid. So he
Well,
said
I don't
he
think
doesn't
anyone got
care.
paid.
I can't
And
believe
he just
didn't
wants
get
you to
paid.
come on the podcast really bad. 'cause
Me
he
saying I
loves you.
can't believe he didn't get paid. Like,
Yeah,
I would
you
pay
need-
him.
you
But
need-
like,
that's a make good. You owe him.
I need to
He
come
just
on the
loves you.
podcast.
I mean, I'll be there.
I love him. Honestly, he's like a catch.
Okay.
He got you a necklace.
We're friends.
Let her explore her being single.
I just want her to explore him one time.
That's what everyone says. Everyone just wants us together, everyone, all my friends. It's down to my cousins are texting me. They're like, you and Zach are like low-key.
Because I think the like hate flirting is like so hot and fun. Like, I
I
hate
love
when
when
a
It's
guy
guy
not even
hates me.
flirting. It's just
Oh.
I hate him.
Oh, that's what they all
Look at that
say.
smile.
Just kidding.
Sugar.
You said Zach's name. He got. There's a dog.
Oh, good fucking God.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Let him calm down. He's just riled up.
It's okay.
Looks like a
He
little
looks
bear.
like he literally looks like Frank Gallagher.
Stop. He does. Oh my God.
So does Daisy. That's why I feel like he looks like Daisy.
What is that
Have
kind
you
of dog?
seen our friend Lila has a
Lila's dog looks like mine. And I've never told Lila that I think Daisy looks like Sugar. But I always think that Daisy looks like Sugar.
100%, but Daisy was supposed to be a golden doodle.
Okay. She's half Chihuahua because Sugar's half Chihuahua.
She's a 0% golden doodle. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that.
Yeah, 100%.
Craigslist dog?
100%. And
Yeah,
of
I get
course, she paid thousands of dollars for her.
The subject line of this one is boyfriend doesn't let me outside.
Okay, I don't even have to read that to know to tell him to tell him to kick rocks.
I just turned 18. She started to go to the clubs. She started to party. He doesn't drink. She thought that could be a slay because he could be like the DD, like that whole situation. He's not into it. So now she said, I'm pretty much not ever allowed to go out ever. And I had a kind of a similar boyfriend at 18 though. Like,
Just telling you what to do.
yeah, just like the allowed of it all. I'm not
Mhm.
allowed to wear this. I'm not allowed to do that. Yeah, I was like, I feel like it's
A lot of
It's
people are, I
common.
feel like, yeah.
all I know to say is don't get knocked up by this man because you're gonna end up breaking up with him. Like, it's just like, it's almost inevitable. Like you feel controlled for so long, and
Yeah, I feel like it's a canon event, honest to God. Like, well, I hope not. Not everybody should be in a relationship like that, but I had one like that where it was like, I'd tell my friends like, sorry, I'm not allowed, or like, he won't let me. And it's like, what?
Yeah. I
yeah,
feel like 90% of girls go through that. And then the other 10% are their friends like me, where I'm like, since I watched it happen, I will never, ever let a man tell me what to do ever.
Mhm.
Boundaries is one thing, but that's not a boundary.
Yeah,
that's
that's not a
telling
boundary.
someone don't do something. And that would drive me crazy. I will never, ever be in a relationship ever or friendship where someone tells me what to do. You're not my
100%.
mom. You're not my dad. You're not my probation officer.
and it's
Like,
literally that's dating someone where they feel like you're a probation officer. I ended up I always talk about this, like, and I regret it in a way, but I wildly cheated on this man.
yeah.
And it's
well,
like,
but it's because not that I'm like trying to like make your actions okay.
yeah.
But it's because he pushed you to do that because he was so
Well,
controlling.
it was controlling over everything, and it was like, you already think I'm doing this,
So
so
might
like,
as well.
yeah. And I
It was
just I don't
almost
sounds
feel
bad,
rebelling
but it's like-
against him.
yeah.
I don't know. It's harder than it like sounds though, because it's always like, okay, well, don't be with somebody who does that. But like, I feel like in my situation, it was literally like, because I love you so much, and because I don't want people
Yeah.
looking at you or seeing you or doing like, I want you to myself, and I want to spend more time with you. And it's like,
Like that's not
all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, no
that's
one's
like a
ever cared about
gaslight
me.
love bomb situation.
Yeah, it's emotionally abusive, but you don't know when you're in the moment. You're like, oh my God, this man loves me.
I
so
would go to
much.
say, unless this man is so amazing, stay with him. But if someone's controlling you, they're not amazing. And that's just going to
No, yeah.
manifest in every way for the rest of your life. Like, you don't want to do that. Go be young, go party, go have fun. And
It never goes away. It only gets worse. They will, all of a sudden, they'll be telling you like,
what to wear, what to think, what to
Yeah.
say.
That would make
how to
me
act.
actually crazy. If someone, I think I have authority problems though. Like if someone
Me.
tells me what to do, I get really angry and I'm like, do not tell me what to fucking do.
100%. I'm the same way. I've always been that way.
I feel like especially if a man tells me what to do, I will literally go bonkers and yell at them. And I know that's not the right thing to do. I'm just really quick to anger and I have a hot head. But
Mm.
it's like, I don't know.
are you kidding? I used to like literally threaten to set the house on fire. I'm not kidding. I used to get in trouble if I would turn my phone over like this on the kitchen table.
What?
Not
That's
kidding.
so crazy.
Who
And
was
he was
this
just
man?
cheating.
Dare you not pay attention?
was
Yeah,
this
and he was
man?
cheating on me the whole time. Seriously.
Well, that's projecting.
Well, of course.
So if like someone's like, ooh, if
Mhm.
someone's treating you like that and wondering why you go out and stuff like that, they're probably projecting their own stuff that they do.
That's
Yeah.
100. In my experience, that's always it. Because whatever they're insecure about
Yeah.
is always because like they have a reason to think
Yeah.
they would be doing that. Like
100%.
the amount of times I got accused of cheating in a relationship where I would have never thought about it, but because he was cheating on me the whole time.
Yeah.
That's
course.
crazy.
It is just wild. And I think at 18, an 18 controlling man is such a canon event, but you will be out of that soon and you're going to meet someone who you can have fun with. And
And hopefully
Just go
he'll grow
fucking
out of
have
it too.
fun.
Like have a drink. Well, okay, wait, no, don't.
Have a drink.
it's also like, I hate to say this, and this is my toxic advice, but like if you left that man, he'll be there. Go party. He'll be there. If you really want him back, like, dude, like if that's why you're leaving him, I don't, but you don't want him, honestly.
It's crazy to me that he
Sugar
would get mad
being
at
so
you
good.
to don't jinx it.
Right.
I cannot believe Sugar is being such a menace today, and it's really, really embarrassing.
I think that having a little chihuahua adds to your aesthetic completely.
Yeah,
And it's
especially one that looks like that. Like it's not a perfect looking Chihuahua.
That's not really giving me Chihuahua to be honest.
He's half Chihuahua. He's half Peking. He's
So
half
cute.
Chihuahua.
I want a dog.
Look at him in the corner of that.
Yeah, it's his little frame.
His underbite sends me to the moon.
I think this one is an everyone's opinion thing, and I'm curious to hear it. Hey girls, do you think watching porn in a relationship was wrong? I was recently with my boyfriend. He was driving her somewhere. She went on his phone. She saw Pornhub open on Safari. She made him drop her off. Yeah. Was she being too overprotective or was she right?
I personally, I don't know if I would really get that upset if like someone, my significant other were watching porn.
Yeah.
But it's like how much and how often.
Yes.
And it does she look nothing like me? Because then all of a sudden I'm really insecure.
You're just like, I just wanted her to look like me.
yeah, like, well, what if it's like someone with like the biggest ass you've ever seen? And I literally like, I have.
Yeah, if it's like they have a type of girl too that they're constantly watching that's nothing like you, I can see how that breeds insecurity. I have a problem with like being obsessed with one girl. I hate when it's like an OnlyFans girl. Like
Right.
if like he's obsessed with one porn star or one girl or one
That
something.
feels like a parasocial relationship.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But
I
like
guess
Pornhub doesn't bother me.
that's the thing. Cause I think of it more as like the act and not the people.
Yeah, like the act is turning you on, not the
Yeah, it's
specific
like you
person.
scroll and you click. You're
Yeah.
not looking for someone. If you're looking for someone, why?
Yeah, 100% agreed. I also like sometimes it's like I don't want to like let that do do the
your
work.
thing. Do
Do
your
your thing.
Yeah,
I'm
100%.
lazy.
Yeah.
Go watch that gangbang. I'll be fucking eating
Like,
a crunch wrap
honestly,
off my
thank you.
chest. But I know to each is their own, and that is a boundaries thing. And if you don't feel comfortable with it, then express that. And then that shit kind of can become a bigger fight because it's like, you know what I mean? Where it's like,
Yeah.
this is my boundary and this makes me feel some type of way and you're still going to do it.
I think people who have that boundary usually end up together, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But it's like I've never heard of that being a problem because
you not
usually
heard-
people who have that boundary end up together. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, porn is cheating.
I love this advice segment though. It's like kind of fun.
Okay, this one's crazy. I met my fiance on a Reddit daddy little girl / BDSM subreddit.
Reddit in general is crazy. Do you guys ever look yourself? Don't. Whatever you do not look yourself up on Reddit.
I would
I
never.
actually don't think this person wants advice. I think they're just
It's my
telling
biggest
us.
addiction.
It's your addiction to
Everybody knows. It's like my like number one downfall. It's like already a thing.
to look up your own Reddit.
Yeah, we have like a couple subreddits for canceled and they're pretty bad. But it's okay. I'm working on it. I'm working through it. I
Well-
actually have some new worse vices. So
That's true. Brooke, this actually wasn't an advice segment. It was just her saying, like, I met this guy on Reddit and now we're getting married. So not all people on Reddit are bad and you should keep going on Reddit.
Really?
shouldn't
Is
have
that
read
what that
that.
was about?
Literally.
The fact that I said like don't look yourself up on Reddit is
Ever.
crazy. I found like a bunch of deep fakes of me. I'm like,
I wish. I'm like, make one of me and oh, never mind.
Dude, I have
you took that back so quickly.
Well, I was thinking like but then I was like, that's inappropriate.
all my deep fake corn is from like my toothbrush era. Like I need
You knew.
Yeah, I
You
need
needed
the editor.
Facetune.
Someone get on it. AI is so advanced these days.
It really is, honestly. Hi, guys. My love life is whack. Here's what's going down. I've been sleeping on and off with this man that I met on a dating app in November. The sex is the best sex I've ever had. And they meet up to fuck, but they talk for hours. They spend the whole day together. It's low key, very romantic, yada, yada. But then she leaves and they don't talk for weeks until he hits me up to come to hers. She's tired of being single and the constant situationship or failed talking stages. She wants to date someone. This dude obviously only wants sex. My question is, can I still ethically fuck around with a dude who doesn't want anything when that's what I want from someone I'm involved with? Or should I be honest with my feelings, even if it most likely means he won't feel the same and then I have no one doting over me?
This is a situation I know all too well, okay? And my advice to you is, so long as you are not emotionally involved, which you are emotionally involved, I feel like you have to cut it off if you're like, if you have any type of feelings at all, because otherwise you end up in it for like years and years and years, and they're never ever gonna want anything different. If it's been that long and all they want is to have sex with you, they're not gonna change their mind.
How long has it been?
Since November, so that's not so long.
Wait, I think November of 2022.
Oh, get
I was paraphrasing.
rid of him. He's
That
gone
is
for
such a
good.
long
He's never
time.
going to date you. And I hate to say that, but somebody will, somebody better will. It's going to be better sex.
That breaks my heart.
I mean, my only like hot take of advice is like, tell him like,
Yeah,
you
maybe
know,
he doesn't know.
do you want to be exclusive or not?
I say that
the
too.
tea?
I say try and be honest, open line of communication, and then cut it off if he doesn't.
But
Yeah.
you have to be willing to cut it off if he doesn't, because if you keep going after the fact, then
I think dream scenario here is fuck him for as long as you can because it's so good, but maybe be going on like a weekly date as well.
Yeah.
okay, that's another thing. That's what someone told me recently. Is maybe date around also, because if that's what they're going to be doing, if you're not exclusive, they're sleeping with other people. So you need to be doing it too to protect yourself. It's for safety purposes only.
Yeah. And you just have to find someone who's equally as good in bed because then you will just be. I've been there, you know, where I was like, had a hookup buddy and it was so amazing. And then I found a boyfriend and it was like, he's such an amazing boyfriend, but like the sex was so bad. So I was like
Wait,
fantasizing
what?
about like you know what I mean?
I couldn't. This sounds bad. I don't think I could have a boyfriend that I don't have good intimate relations
I agree with that now. I think that before I was at a point where I was just like,
You
I
just
would
wanted someone to
settle
care.
for one or the other. Like, you know what I
Wow.
mean?
Yeah, and I
it
get
was
that.
like-
I don't think I could do it.
Because the guys who fuck are usually like,
They're just whores.
yeah, like and
Ran through.
Yeah, there's a reason he's so good at that.
because he's done
Yeah.
it so many times.
for
Don't.
sure. Oh,
Oh man,
I don't know.
We just got
always.
the silence was deafening for like a second.
I just-
we all know a guy like that.
For
Where we're
sure.
just in love with them, but they're just so ran through. And
yeah.
It's sad. I don't know. I've been in that exact situation like probably a dozen times, and I always end up sad in the end. But kind of what you're saying, it's like, who are you really punishing if you cut it off without having someone new? You know what I mean? Because then all of a sudden you're not having sex, and he probably still is.
Yeah. And it's just like,
I mean, yeah, if he goes weeks without talking to her,
Yeah, he's busy.
how? Oh my god, if someone went weeks without talking to me, they'd be blocked. For
I'm
me, it's like
just-
there's no
you're
such
so
thing as
strong.
talking stage. You're like you're obsessed with me, or we're not talking.
100%.
Someone said, oh, Brand Flakes, he says a situationship is a situation to one person and nothing to the other. That's
Yeah,
That's actually crazy. Our guy friend was saying something to me though recently that just I can never unhear what he said.
what'd he
ruined
say?
me.
Wait, I'm scared.
He was
No,
explaining-
I'm scared, Tana. Hold on.
He was explaining the mentality of like what I would say is 80% of straight men in today's day and age, in my opinion. Okay. Like that guys want to fuck other girls because it's like you love a cheeseburger, but you don't want to have a cheeseburger every day. Sometimes you want a slice of pizza.
Pizza sounds so good right now.
but it doesn't always.
And it's like,
Stop.
like that it's nothing to do with you. Like they still love having
It
cheeseburgers,
sucks
but they
because
just
I-
want pizza
It.
sometimes.
no,
And it-
absolutely not.
It fucked me up so bad.
I get that, which is scary because I could think back to a couple people that I was hooking up with and be like, I really liked them, but like I wanted to hook up with other people still. That doesn't mean I still didn't like them.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm a lot like a guy in that way,
Just
where
not enough.
I don't connect like that with a lot of guys.
Yeah.
So I'm
But
just like I could see their point of view.
Am I a bitch to say that if you feel that way though, that person just isn't, they're just not enough for you?
Don't say that to me right now.
Like it's not that they're not enough for someone.
right now.
I just had a really bad situation with that. I actually feel really bad about this. I need to like, maybe I can get some advice from you guys, but there's nothing I need to do actually. But it was before Makoa and I were dating. I had someone that I met on a dating app and we were casually seeing each other, but the spark.
Was it Raya?
No, I'm banned from Raya and Venmo, everything else. It was Hinge.
Okay.
And I was seeing him and there just like wasn't, I didn't feel a spark, but I felt like he felt a spark. You know what I mean?
I've been through that.
And it's hard.
It's
'cause
sad.
There was nothing wrong with him. I just felt like he was really boring and like vanilla for me.
Okay.
And I told him I wasn't like ready for a relationship. And I genuinely thought that at the time. And I went to Hawaii and I I was talking to him about going to Hawaii and I was like, oh my God, you should come. But then I met Makoa. So then I just obviously went.
Wait, this was recent.
It was like the guy before my boyfriend. Yeah. That
Oh
I
my
was
God.
kinda
And then he probably
casually
sees you in
seeing.
this like public relationship now. And he's probably like, fuck, like she
You're
was ready.
suddenly
It was just
immediately
me.
ready right afterward.
Yeah.
That's happened to me. I've been on the opposite end of that a million times. But
I feel
you
really
have
bad.
to just know by now. That's like just something you learn as you grow up. Is there's no such thing as not ready for a relationship, in my opinion. Because the second that you want to date somebody, you will. I think you just don't want to date that person if you're not ready for a relationship.
And if you're really not ready for a relationship, you're being so single and transparent as fuck to people. And, you know,
This is so scary.
yeah, you
All
have
of this is so single life for me. I don't understand it, and I haven't gotten
Uncharted territory.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to like understand it. I'm like, okay, well, either you like me or like what? Like I just like, to me, it's not something that I'm used to quite yet. It's been like 8 months and I still just can't wrap my head around any of it.
It's also today's, like,
it took me 27 years, sister, and I have no idea what the fuck.
I also
is
think
going on.
today's generation is just fucked. I was talking about this with McCoy yesterday for like hours, but like even think about where like technology and the level of access to people was at when you started dating Jake versus now.
He sees himself now.
Tinder man faked his death to get out of a date, lore.
I mean,
Did they
been
put
there.
lore in the subject line?
Mm-hmm.
That's the wrong use of lore, I think.
It is. Most often it is, honestly.
Okay.
It's I think I've infected the viewers because I use it wrong 24/7.
She taught them the improper. Yeah.
Okay, so
just
the
like
proper way
firsty
of
thing.
lore is like, Tana's lore is that, did she get fucked by a toothbrush? Question mark.
is-
That's your lore. We don't know, right? It's lore.
Like,
it's
why can't my lore just be like a,
folklore,
It's like all the
lore.
thing that, all the things about you that are like unknown or like mysterious and like.
but like for this, like Tinder man faked his death to get out of a date, lore. Like that's
But like, what?
that's
Just,
her
why would
lore,
that even be in
but-
a sentence? Yeah. You could put it in parentheses. Lore.
lore. Yeah, that. Yeah.
so just know every time I'm saying it, it's in parentheses.
Right. Honestly, though, that is hilarious. Tell me the story.
My name is Gavin. I'm 22. So about 2 years ago, I matched with this guy on Tinder. He was hot, gorgeous even. Very hot for being from the Pittsburgh area. Added him on Snapchat and we talked on there for about a month. We then talked about going on a date soon since he was going to be coming to the city. No plan set in stone, but wanted to hang for sure. Flash forward a few days and bam, he hasn't answered me. Surprise, surprise. Can't trust gay men. Can't trust gay man. Can't trust gay men.
Men
This
in
is
general.
written so well, by the way. I'm just stupid. But I check Instagram. His profile picture was blacked out. All of his posts were deleted. And I was like, oh, did he block me? No. The next day, I'm greeted with a link on his story for an obituary post.
First of all, what did he post that himself?
There was a funeral page for him with comments from his family about how heartbroken they were. I really grieved this man. I didn't really know him, but I was very distraught by him dying, you know? Like, who am I to not be sad? Anyways, I'm processing this man's death. And after about a year, his Instagram was back up again. And I thought maybe he was hacked. Nope. He faked his own death. He also got people to send money to him to the fake obituary site. I learned that he scammed people for money and he tried to become a model in LA. No explanation from him, by the way. His Bitmoji on Snapchat did not move for months. I really thought he was dead. The site had comments from his
He
mom.
committed hard as fuck.
Yeah, the Bitmoji was still.
I cried on the floor of my college dorm. Guess we're never going on that date. I have a giant hunch that was for a greater reason. And
It wasn't for the date.
It was definitely for
yeah.
the great. There was a bigger.
issue.
But that's
issue
the
at
most
hand.
girlhood shit. Like if a guy fakes his death, I'm making it about me every single time.
100%. Obviously, it was all about that singular one date.
Absolutely.
I just feel like there had to have been so many things he could have done before that.
That's some Tinder swindler shit right there. To fake your own death for
And that's why
obituary
dating
money.
apps scare me. Because
Yeah.
it's like, you don't know these people. Stranger danger is real. And because we're on the internet, I feel like we don't fathom that.
I was talking about this yesterday. Like we keep getting massages from the Soothe app, and it's this app.
I've been wanting to use it, but I'm scared I'm going to get like,
It's great, but I would
Cut up.
start with a couples massage, even a friend, because then there's two, and like no one's gonna.
But
murder you.
I was just thinking to myself, I was like, all the time, I have a stranger come over to my house. I get naked.
massage
I
you.
lay down on a table and I trust them not to just cut me up.
cut you up.
Yeah.
That's
like,
the first thing your mind goes to.
like a charcuterie
It
board. Well, it's
happens.
not. The first thing my mind goes to is the deep tissue I'm about to get. But like, it's like, dude, we trust these people.
No, I know. I've been actually wondering about that app.
Because of the internet. Like we trust people to bring us our food. We get in strangers' cars
know
for
what?
rides. Like dating apps are scary.
Wait,
As-
we get into strangers' cars every day. That's an Uber.
yeah. And it's just like you don't think anything of it because of today's day and age. I had a Hinge date damn near try to kill me. Like just creepy stalker. I'll never fucking get over it. It was so weird. And it just like, and it's like even when you date these people from Hinge, like you don't know them
at all. They
Like,
could have literally.
I'll never go on a
faked it
date
up
with
their
someone
entire
unless
family.
I like know them through someone. Ever.
I understand
Yeah,
completely.
but sometimes that's even bad. Like, I don't know. I feel like the internet's so scary, but it's also so amazing because you can find out anything. You weren't researching hard enough, in my opinion, because I would have found out immediately that that man was not dead.
Oh, this.
Oh, you're still on that story?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah. Aren't we
Yep.
supposed to be?
Yeah, we got to give some damn advice, honestly.
There is no advice for that.
That's
like,
how I personally found out that my ex's family was still alive. I found their Facebook, and I literally went through every single post
that's
to
some
find out.
Saltburn shit.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, fully. That's what happened.
That is some Saltburn shit.
I went on his mom's Facebook and I literally went to every single one of her friends to see every single post that they had posted between now and 2019 or 2020 when she was supposed to have died, and
Brooke.
saw if she had liked any of the posts.
So in my opinion, when I think of Brooke and think of people who like do that, who like you like go deep into people's lives, and like especially if I like a guy and if I like go deep into his like who he follows and stuff like that, ignorance is bliss in that situation. I can't do that to myself, or else I will drive myself crazy to the point where I won't return to the internet.
I agree.
but
So I can't do that.
I mean, in this situation,
And I wish I could.
had to know the
You
answer.
had to
Yeah,
know
but
because
I'm
you were
talking about
dating the
men.
guy. But just in general, I did used to be the girl who would like, you know, I'm on a second date with a guy, and in my head, I like want to ask about his aunt's birthday party today because I was stalking, and I think it's so.
Yeah, I do
get that.
get myself in some trouble. Do you ever like bring up something you're not supposed to know?
Yeah,
about?
you're like,
And
how
it's
was your trip to Costa Rica?
And he's like,
I've never told you about Costa Rica.
that
Yeah,
was
at
in
all.
2009.
Yeah.
It is
Oh,
so true.
man.
I've tried to stop doing that.
Wait, I have a question.
Mhm.
This is kind of off topic. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That girl that you're talking about on your TikTok that you like go and like she's from your college and she has no idea who you are probably, or like and you like look into her because you're like, oh, would she wear that?
Mm-hmm.
I have someone like that too.
Do you see?
It's
I
not
feel like
rare.
it's like a universal. I got a lot of comments that like validated my experience. Did you see what she's talking
No.
about? I talked about how like because I'm shopping for tour outfits right now, we have to have like 40 outfits when we leave.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's
And
so dark.
I was like thinking about it when I'm shopping because every single time, her name is Amber, the girl who I'm talking about, and she like I don't even know her that well, but like I just loved her in college and I like loved how she dressed. So every time I buy anything, I'm like, would Amber wear this? And if she wouldn't wear it,
You're not gonna get it.
I won't buy it. And she's probably really creeped out by it, but I can't help it.
To be honest, I go through phases where I do that with strange people. Right now, all of the people I do that with have like a style kind of like yours. Like I've
Oh.
been in that era.
Well, you know, you could just text me and say, would you wear this? And I'll tell you.
That's so true. I
Like,
need
you're
to
my
start
friend.
doing it because I also like.
You can call me and be like, can you shop for me? And I'll do it.
I got STD tested the other day, you guys,
Where'd you get tested?
at Same Day Health in West Hollywood because it's like super easy.
People
Literally-
start showing up. They're trying to meet you.
No, I'm like, I honestly go a lot. I go a lot just like for peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm literally like, I'm not even sleeping with like literally anyone. But I went and got tested, and I go there all the time. I go like once every couple months. And
Go meet Brooke there.
and usually it's called Same Day Health, so it takes like between like 24 and like 48 hours to get your results back. And
It's a good name.
I didn't get, yeah, I know, we're right on the nose. I didn't get my results back for like 2 weeks.
Oh, you're freaking out.
So I'm freaking the fuck out.
2 week health.
I call and I'm like, hello. Cause I was having some worries because I was worried about someone who I had slept with, you know, moving around. I call them and they're like it's the girl at the front. She's like, I'm gonna need you to talk to the doctor. I go, you're fucking lying. I'm freaking out. And I go, why can't you just tell me? I always get my results over email. Like I always go here. And she's like, no, we don't give out results over email. Like you have to have a Zoom with the doctor.
What?
She goes, you have to make an appointment for a Zoom with the doctor. I'm freaking out. She goes, okay, she's available in an hour. So I sit on my couch for an literal hour. I text pretty much everyone I know that I have chlamydia and gonorrhea and probably I'm gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh God, that's awful.
I get on and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have your chart filled out all the way. I'm like, bitch, I thought I had chlamydia.
The bitch at the front desk could have told you.
I know. Well, she
something.
couldn't have. She actually couldn't have. But like,
Why?
I don't know, some kind of like HIPAA something. But
HIPAA something.
Real.
I'm like, what? First of all, don't let me take the test if you don't have my chart filled out. It's not my fault.
So did you have
Crazy.
chlamydia?
I did not have chlamydia.
Did you
Not
have
this
anything
time.
else?
Nothing.
Good.
Clean as a whistle.
If you were a YouTuber, you've had it once.
Have you had it?
No. God willing, dude.
Wait,
I need
I
to
don't
get
know.
tested.
That's
Your
kind of
era.
crazy. That's a really strong theory for you to be the only one who doesn't apply.
No, but
I
this
just
could be your
became
era.
single.
You're right. You
I
were
just
in a
became
relationship.
single.
But
You're gonna get it.
and you know what? There's no shame in it. That's
No,
why we
I don't
get
think so
tested,
either. That's
just
why you
to
get
stay
tested,
safe.
and it happens, and it's normal. And
It's like a
Yeah.
common cold, and the shame is in not testing.
I agree. I don't think there's shame in having an STD. There's shame in not getting tested and not treating it,
Yeah,
and having unprotected sex while you know you have it.
100%.
Which is
you're right.
happening often.
It is
Yes,
like a
in
cold
LA,
and flu.
yeah.
Cold and flu for your
It does
puss.
feel like it feels like a cold.
I think that when someone's like, oh, I got chlamydia, it's I'm not thinking like, oh my god, they got like I'm not looking down on them for having chlamydia or anything.
Even things that don't go away, like herpes. Most people have herpes.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, like 1 in 3 people is gonna have 1 in 3 people has herpes. Literally.
Yeah.
And by the time we're 30, I'm pretty sure like everyone has herpes.
Yeah.
I've noticed that in the last like 5 years, even the way people I feel like used to talk about herpes like 5 years ago versus now, it's so much more like normalized, which is honestly
Well, it's sad because
real.
people are still really scared of it. The more you know about it, the less scary it is. Like I know a lot about it because of school, but like
She's
I
like,
don't
I'm
know.
educated, actually.
well, no, it's
Yeah.
like really like I just feel like it's not that serious.
It's
now.
not that big of a
but
deal.
I'm also scared of it. So it's like, what am I talking about?
Yeah,
It's okay to be scared, but no reason to shame people.
I had a little condom
Mm-mm.
era at the end of last year, and I was really
A
proud of
condom
myself.
era? What do you mean?
Yeah.
You don't use condoms?
No, I
You
was
shouldn't
using
call that an
condoms.
era.
No, I know. So because you don't use condoms, you call it a condom era?
Well, don't use is just a huge. I've gone in and out. It's like a toxic relationship.
Okay.
You know.
You want to hear something funny?
What?
Do you know my I Heart Tara Yummy merch? This isn't new me plugging it.
You should plug it. Slay.
I Heart Tara Yummy merch. I made myself little condoms that say I Heart Tara Yummy on it. I'm not going to sell them, obviously, because it's like,
I think you absolutely should, but or at least hand them out to friends and family.
I
I
do
did
hand them out
that.
to my friends, but it's like I made them like custom. I have like little I Heart Tara Yummy condoms.
I did that at
We should
TanaCon.
do- Did
that
you
was in the
really?
gift bags.
We should
do
TanaCon
what?
Tana
condoms.
condoms. We should release
Tana
con-
condoms is everything.
that was
Canceled condoms would be amazing though. Like
Canceled
canceled
condoms.
pregnancy.
I think it's good because it's like you're promoting safe sex. So it's like there's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
it, right?
yeah. I also
Because
just
I was
like
concerned. I'm like, do I do that? Like, do I?
I had kind of a newfound love for them. Like it kind of makes the guy last longer. They're way thinner now. They've gotten like really ingenuitive.
They've gotten good
with
in the
them.
last few years.
Yeah, not kidding.
Brooke's like, no.
shit's kind of lit. It's just a little weird after when it's like a goldfish in a bag.
You remember the Drake story? Oh my god, wait. Hello, we have to talk about Drake.
Did you see
Did
it?
you see the video?
Who hasn't?
It's like those things outside of the car
Do you think-
dealerships. Like it's
was
fucking
so
Do you,
heavy.
do you think it's him?
Oh, for sure it's him.
And I want to believe it's him. Like someone could tell me right now it's not him, and I'm gonna still want to believe. Like, yeah.
Can I just say I feel like it's like I can't believe it's not been leaked sooner because
If I
Drake is
were
such
him,
a big.
I would have leaked that immediately. Not kidding. First of all, I thought it was tiny because of the way he kicks his little feet when he runs. To
Yeah.
be honest, that gave me like it's small,
Mhm.
but he's
well, good for
It's
him.
so
Do you think?
big.
I just feel bad because do you think he's like upset that it got leaked? Like I don't want to be
Definitely
talking about
not.
someone's wiener if they don't want me talking about it.
no. Didn't he say like you're welcome or something?
Did he say
said
that?
like I wasn't hiding my meat
I
from the
think was
world.
that-
I was
and
hiding.
And
no?
he said long dick in a song.
Was that fake or was that real?
I actually don't know. I
think
just
it
like
was
to
fake.
believe things and make things up.
That's one thing about me is I will
I always-
believe whatever is
I
the
always
most
get on
exciting.
my mom for like believing things on the internet. I'm like, Mom, that's a TikTok. Like Timu's not real. Like,
yeah.
don't get anything from TikTok Shop. And
Oh
then
my god.
should
I have
see mine.
got
She's a
to stop
conspiracy
buying
theorist.
shit from TikTok Shop.
I don't get it. And I started crying about it the other night. I made a TikTok about it. I start crying. I'm like, I was drunk. I was like, what's TikTok Shop? I don't know.
Every single thing for the most part that I've bought from TikTok Shop has showed up, and it's like giving complete scam.
I have a 100% success rate. Honest to God, every single thing I've
All
bought
you've
has
bought
been
is
everything
ramen.
well, and
I saw
loved
that, Brooke.
it.
I saw that. And one of my biggest fears in the world is food poisoning because I almost died from it one time.
Oh no.
What?
2 times I almost died from food poisoning. One time I almost died. The other time I was being dramatic. I almost
Hospital?
died. Well, my mom said I was like black and blue because I lost so much liquid. I was literally pooping and shitting and throwing up.
It
from
is
each-
more serious than
That's
people
how I
make
shit
it
my
out.
bathrobe.
Yeah, and it was from sushi. And I don't give a fuck. It was from the Yamato in Encino. Don't go there.
Don't go there.
And I
Is that a small business? We have to make sure.
no, Yamato's a chain.
Okay, good.
Yamato's a
Fuck
chain. Yamato's a chain.
More than 2
and-
locations, they can get this.
Yeah,
for sure.
and it fucked me up so badly to the point where now I don't go anywhere that's like under an A rating. It's really bad because I don't want to seem bougie or seem like stuck up, but I'm literally
it'll scar you.
I'm traumatized.
Yeah, I believe that.
Sushi, I only eat like certain sushi. I only eat like where I know it's okay. Where I
There's such a-
ask when they get their fish. Like I'm crazy, and it's gotten to the point where this is so bad, and I feel like this might be like a problem I should talk to my therapist about. I'm not even kidding. I make someone else have a bite of my food every time I eat it because I'm like, okay,
I used to think everyone was being traumatic when they got food poisoning.
no,
but the first time I got it, I was
the
like,
worst thing
Lord,
ever.
help
There's
me.
something so dehumanizing about something coming out of all of your holes.
I shit my bathrobe.
I shit my wall.
I will.
Yeah, and I said it in my
That
comedy show.
happened
I did
to our
stand
friend.
up.
That happened to our
You
friend.
did stand up?
I went on a tour.
Oh my God, you did.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Oh, and Nick
I have
Galarza
so many
was helping you,
questions.
right?
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah,
I
have
thought
many
about him
questions
today,
because I want you so
actually.
bad.
Really?
Because I needed help writing something, and like he's the best to bounce ideas off
Yeah,
of. He's such a
really,
funny
he's
guy.
really fun to work with.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got food poisoning a week before my show, and I scrapped everything that I was
And you
talking
were like,
about.
I shit
And
my
I
wall.
said I shit my wall because here's what happened. I was like bending over to throw up in like my trash can, and as I was bending over,
And I
Did
it
you
exploded
like
on
a
my
fire
wall.
hose?
And it was like a Picasso painting. It was like
that was me on my bathrobe.
Was it
Yeah.
like a white wall too?
no,
That's
but
good.
I have like a handheld bidet. It's not like a toilet bidet. It's like a handheld one. So I just hosed it off.
Shit.
This
That's
is
kinda
really.
lit.
This is what I'm thinking about. Is like my crush could see this and be like, "Wow, Tara Yemi shit her wall."
Dude, I've always.
But I did, and I said it, and I did.
I think shitting's kind of like it's like sneezing. I talk about it way too freely,
Me
farting,
too.
all of it, and then I regret it on the
I posted
internet.
it on my story today. I don't know if you saw, but it was like an anti-diarrhea pill and Orbit gum, and I'm like, my day's ready.
Girl dinner.
See,
Yeah.
I think there's something so powerful about the fact that we've embarrassed ourselves to a point where nobody else could do it for us, really.
That's true.
That's so good.
Like,
that
what
was
is
kind-
anybody ever going to come out with that's like, I'm
More
going to be
embarrassing.
humiliated by?
You're
I'm
right.
like, yeah, I shit at the
but I
Hotel
do have
Del
a question about the
Coronado.
ramen.
Oh.
So because what?
I will answer every single question. First of all, I've eaten a pack a day since I started.
Can you make me one?
I would love nothing more. I'm not kidding. I call my friends every day. I'm like, please come over. I have to make it for somebody
Is it
else.
Pack a
spicy?
day is so funny.
It's spicy.
There's
I
no
use-
meat in it,
I
is
only
there?
use no meat.
Okay.
I only use half the packet of the spice because I'm like kind of a baby. You add
Okay.
heavy cream and cheese, and that you don't
Wait,
buy on TikTok
what?
shop. So like,
Wait, can you please? I'm hungry now.
it is
Sounds so good.
I wish you
so
had it.
good. I'm not kidding. I had to sweep all of Los Angeles because it wasn't coming quickly enough.
Sweep.
I had to go buy it out everywhere.
I love how serious you are with everything you do. I really admire that
Well,
about you.
I think,
You're like,
you
I had
know-
to sweep
you
Los
know-
Angeles to get a pack of ramen.
I did, and I made a TikTok about this, and everyone says it's autism, which is fine. But I am so obsessed with it. I
Was it
can't stop.
Trisha with Jake?
Yeah,
talking
my
about
ex-boyfriend's
autism?
autistic.
Really? Oh yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what it was. Or someone commented and was like, being this hyperfixated on a food is like kind of an autistic trait.
Yeah.
Just saying. But I can't help myself.
I tried buldak noodles. You eat the carbonara
They're not all the
flavor.
same.
I know. I tried the spicy
Oh, wow.
flavor,
You're very passionate.
and I almost shit
they're
the
not
wall.
all the same. I love your nails.
I
I've been
almost
staring at
would.
them this whole time.
Your nails are
They're
cutie.
so cute.
I literally, they're really thick.
That's what she
Everything
said.
it was probably wrong. Whatever that happened with you was probably wrong. If you didn't like it, it was wrong.
Yeah, I don't want to like shit on, no pun,
It's
what
kind
you're
of
passionate
safe
about.
if you think about it, because the cream and the cheese you buy yourself.
No,
that's not from
And I'm not
TikTok
judging
shop.
you. I don't think it's unsafe, but because I'm so fucked up in the head over food poisoning, that's all I'd be thinking about. Even though it's dehydrated, I'm sure it's fine actually.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think the bulldog noodles you're safe, but stay away from some Encino sushi for sure. That is
Someone
like,
told me,
scary.
someone's
Yeah.
like, don't eat it straight out of the pot because it's like there's chemicals. I'm like, I'm literally eating bulldog ramen. It's
Oh
probably
my God.
radioactive.
Don't microwave foil. I don't give a fuck
Wait,
if I catch
wait.
that cancer
Okay, wait.
pack.
First of all-
microwaving foil sets your house on fire, Tana.
That's
You know what's
immediately
funny
combustible.
is one time when I was a kid, I did, and I got beat to smithereens for this shit.
Wait,
I
I want-
microwaved foil and it lit on fire, but I still do it.
What?
One time, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to cut your story.
No,
off.
I'm ready.
First of all, one time I put 2 times actually. I put Kraft macaroni and cheese or Easy Mac in the microwave with no water. Okay, huge mess.
What?
One time I put a Hot Pocket in the microwave for
Oh,
a
it
minute.
exploded.
A minute and 40 seconds. I went upstairs. I'm having a little chat. I had put it in for 14 minutes. I came downstairs. It was petrified. It was a petrified hockey puck. I have a photo of it. I'm going to send it to you to insert. It broke the whole plate in half and it was literally just
Dude,
a big black ball.
Until I was like 17, I could not grasp microwave times. Like I would microwave a slice of pizza for like 6 minutes and then it would be black.
That's really
and I just
funny.
didn't learn. Like I just didn't learn.
Have you ever put an egg in the microwave?
No, but I heard it's explosive.
It explodes. My dad used to not take me to school because he had work and my mom would take me every morning. And one morning when I was like 7 years old, my dad, God forbid, he had to make me breakfast. He had to make me breakfast and he put an egg in the microwave and it exploded. And we just sat there and we're like, Mom's going to kill us. Like, how did
Absolutely.
he was a grown man in his 30s when I was like
And
7
so
years old, not
male-coded.
know to not put an egg in the microwave.
I swear to God, I'm going to prank someone. I'm going to ask someone to microwave me an egg and it's going to be
Yeah,
so
like the
fun.
orange peel theory. Like, will you microwave this egg
But like,
for
don't
me?
I'm
you think
asking
in
Mikal.
theory it should work?
No. Well, yeah, a hard-boiled egg. No.
You can air
I
fry
don't know.
eggs.
No, you
can
can't.
air fry bacon too. I didn't
Wait,
even
wait,
know that.
bacon, yeah,
Of
but
course
you can air fry an egg.
fry bacon, but you can microwave bacon.
Yes, you can microwave bacon. You put it in like a little towel, like a little.
We get paid for this.
We do.
Like, are you ever podcasting and you're just like, what the fuck am I actually saying right now?
Yeah.
It just, as you go on
So
for hours and
basically,
hours.
I've come to the conclusion, since all I do is talk on YouTube too, is like we get paid. Yeah.
I know. And then
Professional
and then
yappers.
people will be like, you don't understand how hard we work. I'm like,
Dude, I just want to come out here right now and say I am so motherfucking sick of opening my TikTok app and seeing a fucking bitch with a blowout and lip filler talk about how hard it is to be an influencer. I just
sorry, keep going.
no, it makes me furious. It's like, yes, but everything is relative. Yes, there's hard parts of your
agree.
job, but you are making so much fucking money. Use that money to work out whatever the fuck is hard. Like, how the fuck? Go get therapy.
I like when they post the list and they're like, oh, so much to do today. And
The
then
errands.
you zoom in and it's like,
Getting your
get a
nails
blowout,
done.
go to Pilates.
So
you're like,
I think I always, and I might get fucking roasted for this. I think there's a difference between an influencer and like a YouTuber or someone who has a podcast. I think there's a big difference in that.
I agree completely when it's
And I don't
just
think
a
it's any
bitch who does
harder or any
TikTok.
easier, but like an influencer, I hate being called an influencer because I'm like, what the fuck am I influencing? All I do is like, I try to make people laugh. That's my job. And
Well,
it's like,
there's definitely levels to this shit.
yeah, and I'm not saying that like being an influencer is like hard. It's not.
Yeah.
Being a YouTuber is not hard either. It has its problems. Like, do I want to get hate every day? No, but I put it on the internet.
Yeah, and
so-
again, it's relative.
It's
Like the
relative.
money and the joy from all the
yeah,
good
it's
sides
relative.
of it. Like,
it's relative.
and there's so
but I
many ways to
think there's a-
protect yourself.
Yeah, but I think there's a difference between an influencer and a YouTuber or like a, I don't know. Is it just me?
there
that
is.
thinks
There's
that?
like girls who are like, whose whole job is just like being like dressing up or like.
And like when
Which is
Michaela
also
came
a
online
slay.
and she's like, you don't know how hard it is being an influencer. I'm like, I don't care if you filmed 70 makeup tutorials that day and edited them all. And it was hard work.
Yeah, that's not harder than being a surgeon.
Yeah, at all. Who's making so much less than you and contributing far more to society.
Yeah.
I'm just,
I get thinking thinking it's hard if you want to think it's hard, but shut the fuck up about it. We have to all learn.
at least be in touch
Just
enough to
don't
know that
say
like,
it out loud.
go tell your friend. And
Yeah.
it's also,
I
it all
complain.
comes-
I complain about things to my friends.
yeah.
I'm not gonna sit there online and be like,
Me too, and
my
I'll have,
job's
like-
hard. It's not hard.
It's
it has
just-
its hard spots.
And it comes so down to the same thing of like, you're being cyberbullied, close your computer. I'm sorry. Like, it's hard being an influencer. Lock
I feel like
your
if-
phone.
I
Go
feel like
for a walk.
I feel like if
Okay.
you're saying that, then like close your phone. Sorry.
You know, there's levels of cyberbullying and everything.
I will
that is
say I
too
take
far.
it to heart like crazy. I'm like, oh my God, I hate
Well,
this.
no, it's hard. But I mean, like if Tana's saying like just close your computer, then like I think you've been bullied pretty hard.
That's true. But I know I'm like a tougher cookie than a lot of people.
You're
and
so
I can,
good at it.
I can like understand that maybe I was like, more cut out for the mental.
I think
of
I'm
this
cut out
shit.
for it too, to
Yeah.
a certain degree.
There's something about
I'm
being-
sensitive like you, but I think I can do it.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm learning. I'm unlearning, but I've always been like so dependent on validation that like
Yeah, me too. I get that. And if someone says something that like pulls a heartstring, it hurts me. But like if someone
Yeah.
calls me like a pick me, I know I'm not a pick me, so it doesn't bug me. That's
Yeah.
my favorite thing. I've been seeing Tariami's a pick me. I'm like, okay,
Dude,
I know I'm not, so it's fine. I don't
being
care.
called a pick me is just not the end of the fucking world at all.
I
for
know.
sure.
pick
Yeah.
me.
Like people do surgery.
Pick me talk is out. Surgery in.
Oh, well, I mean, we gave some advice. Tariami, I'm so fucking proud of you and everything that you're doing. And the girlies really wanted you on. So
That's
I'm just
crazy
happy
to
to
me.
have you
And
here.
you know what's fun? I wasn't trying to be funny on this podcast. I was just listening and enjoying your guys' talk.
I think
we
that-
love
and I
you.
feel like usually I'm like so on and I'm just trying to like make crack jokes and like today wasn't
No,
about that.
I
I'm
think
so
that
tired.
the people also just the
So
favorite.
sorry if I'm not entertaining.
You were so
You were
entertaining,
plenty
and I think
entertaining.
people enjoy feeling like they are just on this couch with us talking so much more than an interview or someone trying super hard. And you gave that energy, and we fucking love you. And
We
I think
love
Sugar
you.
loves you too. Because
Yeah, I'm
Sugar
gonna.
is
Should I let him
sings-
out? By the way, I've been
Yeah.
itching my butt on camera, and I just realized I'm like,
I get so bad. I'll be
You
picking
shit
like a
your wall,
veggie.
honestly.
I'll be
Dude.
picking a veggie on the Cancel
dude,
podcast.
I be picking my nose on camera, and I'm like, my crush sees that.
You know what?
I just want to crush.
We should normalize picking noses.
It's normal.
Gotta get it out.
I
You know what I
agree.
mean? I would ask you about your crush. I know you're not going to delve anything on camera, but I'm excited.
you can try. Let's see. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to
First and last name.
Have you gotten any tattoos recently? We love you, Tari. Yummy.